What has Trump done in his second term? A simplified guide to his executive orders. President Donald Trump has started his second term with a flurry of executive orders that aim to reshape the U.S. government. These orders touch on major topics like immigration, trade, climate change, civil rights, and federal operations. Here's an easy-to-understand summary of the main actions he has taken so far. Immigration and U.S. borders. 1. Declared a southern border invasion to give his administration broader powers to remove migrants. 2. Allowed U.S. military members to act as immigration officers, bypassing the Posse Comitatus Act of 1878. 3. Suspended refugee arrivals and paused the U.S. refugee admission program for 90 days. 4. Redefined birthright citizenship to exclude children born in the U.S. to non-citizen parents. 5. Continued construction of the U.S.-Mexico border wall. 6. Created Homeland Security task forces in all 50 states to combat gangs and criminal cartels. 7. Empowered local law enforcement to act as federal immigration officers. 8. Required DNA samples and fingerprints from immigration detainees. 9. Ended catch-and-release policies, favoring detention and deportation instead. 10. Halted parole programs that allowed family reunifications for certain migrants. 11. Ordered a review of immigrants under Temporary Protected Status, TPS, to limit extensions. 12. Reinstated stricter visa screening and refugee vetting procedures from his first term. Trade and foreign policy. 1. Ordered reviews of U.S. trade deficits and unfair practices, potentially leading to new tariffs. 2. Examined the U.S.-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA, for potential renegotiation. 3. Began reviewing trade relations with China, including possible 60% tariffs. 4. Suspended the U.S. global tax deal and paused the TikTok ban for further review. 5. Barred U.S. officials from urging social media platforms to address misinformation. Climate, energy, and environment. 1. Withdrew the U.S. from the Paris Climate Agreement and blocked related funding. 2. Declared a national energy emergency to expand fossil fuel production. 3. Eliminated policies promoting renewable energy and electric vehicles. 4. Streamlined fossil fuel extraction in Alaska, including reviving Arctic drilling leases. 5. Made the outer continental shelf off-limits to wind energy projects. 6. Repealed Biden-era climate change initiatives and regulations. Civil rights and social policies. 1. Eliminated all federal diversity, equity, and inclusion (DEI) programs and roles. 2. Repealed protections for LGBTQ+ individuals, including transgender rights in schools and the military. 3. Mandated that federal documents and programs recognize only 2 genders, male and female. 4. Prohibited federal funding for promoting gender ideology, and barred males from women's detention facilities, federal workforce and government. 1. Created the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, led by Elon Musk, to propose budget cuts. 2. Froze federal hiring, with exceptions for immigration, military, and top political appointees. 3. Made it easier to fire or reassign senior federal employees. 4. Required federal employees to work full-time in person. 5. Established new hiring plans prioritizing American values over race, sex, or religion. Healthcare. 1. Repealed Biden policies aimed at expanding Medicaid and lowering prescription drug costs. 2. Withdrew the U.S. from the World Health Organization, WHO, and began seeking alternatives. 3. Repealed Biden-era COVID-19 policies. National security and foreign aid. 1. Restored the terrorist designation for Yemen's Houthi group. 2. Paused foreign aid programs for review to align them with America First priorities. 3. Repealed Biden's order on AI regulations, removing guardrails for artificial intelligence development. Nationalism and cultural policies. 1. Renamed Alaska's Mount Denali back to Mount McKinley. 2. Required classical or traditional architectural styles for federal buildings. 3. Ordered U.S. flags to fly at full staff on Inauguration Day, overriding a tribute to former President Carter. Crime and justice. 1. Directed the Attorney General to explore reinstating the death penalty for federal prisoners whose sentences were commuted by Biden. 2. Encouraged states to pursue the death penalty in all eligible cases. Investigations into the past administration. 1. Pardoned hundreds of individuals involved in the January 6th Capitol riot. 2. Ordered reviews of federal agencies for alleged bias against his supporters during Biden's term. 3. Revoked security clearances for individuals linked to claims about Hunter Biden's laptop. Final thoughts: these orders represent only the first days of Trump's second term. Many are controversial and already facing legal challenges, while others signal significant policy shifts. Whether these changes improve or harm the country remains a topic of heated debate.